are several devices that blend contemporary functionality with vintage styling, but none have been as successful in creating a machine as flexible as Yamaha's XSR900 GP. Although the XSR900 GP seems magnificent from a distance and up close, it's not just show. It handles like a sports bike with remarkable amounts of feel and input. Nevertheless, Yamaha has made a slight compromise in terms of comfort in the process, and the GP's aggressive riding posture might cause discomfort in the wrists and rear during extended rides. However, the outstanding CP3 motor of the XSR900 GP is one of its greatest features. It provides both enjoyment and usefulness in equal measure, and it has enough of torque accessible from the very bottom of the RPM range. The GP has a fantastic mid-range that is content to pull from just a few thousand RPM, unlike a genuine supersport machine that creates all of its power at the high end. At road speeds, all 117 bhp is available without being overly threatening. It has a fantastic sound as well. Yamaha truly hasn't spared any corners when it comes to assembling the entire electronics package, which includes everything from rider aids to sophisticated cruise control and quickshifter settings, all while maintaining a somewhat modest price point. A remarkable combination of nostalgia and performance is the XSR900 GP. Though it may pay homage to the heyday of two wheels, this dress is much more than simply vintage. It's a masterful fusion of grace and enthusiasm, encased in one of the most noble shapes available right now. The XSR900 GP shares many similarities with its vintage sister, but it rides more sportily and more like the R7 than the regular XSR900. This translates into a more aggressive riding stance with more weight front, making the posture more comfortable and interesting while traveling at faster speeds. It's not nearly as rigid as a supersport bike, though. The handlebars aren't too low, giving you enough wrist comfort for shorter rides, and the seat has more cushioning than a supersport bike, giving you plenty of legroom and extra ground clearance despite the increased pegs. The bike is more appropriate for larger riders because of its long tank and sturdy build, but the aches and pains only truly manifest themselves after a strenuous day of riding. It's also a pretty firm seat. The GP feels sporty enough for aggressive riding even with the relatively small chassis modifications, new headstock brackets, engine mounts, stronger subframe plates, and aluminum steerer tubes. This is made possible by a broader range of adjustment on the higher-grade suspension compared to the basic XSR, stiffer sprint speeds in the forks, and softer springs in the back, perhaps due to the rider's increased bulk front. As a result, the bike has excellent mid-corner stability and is also relatively nimble, with the 4-pot calipers providing sufficient front-end support for hard braking. Although the rear is ideal for road riding, it might need to be slightly jacked up for a track day. Fortunately, this can be accomplished with ease using the remote preload adjuster. The front brake lever now feels more responsive thanks to the upgraded Brembo Master Cylinder, offering more bite on the first pull. Although the bike can reach speeds of 10,000 revolutions per minute with ease, its true allure lies in its mid-range, where 64 pound-feet of torque is available. With a deeper sensation through the ride-by-wire throttle, it provides an almost flawless combination of performance up to a respectable speed without being overly threatening when driving. With a very broad operating window, it is nonetheless strong enough to hold its own on the track even when ridden languidly in a gear or two too high. And then there's the noise. Yamaha did a great job highlighting the frequency sound in their intake design. The bike has a nice growl and more oomph than many Euro 5+ engines can muster, even if it's not very showy. The throttle map can be changed in 4 different engine modes, which further customizes the bike to the rider's preferences. At its highest setting, the throttle actually produces more power than the throttle demands, which makes it a little too aggressive at low speeds. At its lowest setting, however, the bike strikes the ideal balance between being remarkably responsive and not too jerky. This indicates that although it likes being roughed around, it can also be soft and obedient when the throttle is down. It can happily drive around town or reach 70 miles per hour on a sophisticated cruise control system without being unduly enthusiastic or noisy. Many riders have long yearned for a vehicle with the XSR900 GP's stunning appearance. Fortunately, this is not only a lovely machine from a distance. Up close, this is an excellent vehicle for the money. The details have also been carefully considered. The rear seat unit is basic in form, concealing the shock while yet enabling remote preload adjustment. The LED headlamp is understated, and the tubular cockpit brackets, which pay homage to the TZ250, are utterly classic. This gadget is elegant. Despite being a new model, the GP is mostly based on the XSR900 platform, which has been well received by owners since its debut in 2022. The 19,900 pounds MV Agusta Super Veloce and the 17,950 pounds Triumph Speed Triple RR are two competitors of the XSR900 GP if we define them as high-performance retro sports bikes. The Triumph has significantly more expensive specifications and performance than the MV Agusta. The XSR900 GP's pricing is difficult to disagree with, and although it is comparable to the current generation of supersport vehicles, namely the 10,599 pounds Kawasaki ZX6R and the 10,499 pounds Honda CBR 600RR, it is a totally different vehicle and belongs in a different market. The XSR900 GP is quite reasonably priced when you consider its specs, performance, and pricing. However, the complete package, which includes external end cans, a matte screen, a neater number plate holder, and a lower fairing, adds 2,950 pounds to the 12,506 pounds asking price. The XSR900 GP has a nostalgic appearance, but its technology is anything but. Almost every rider assistance is powered by a 6-axis IMU, which is quite sophisticated in its use. With lean-sensitive traction control, ABS, wheelie control, a slip adjuster to help with downshifts, and many rider modes, all of these features are controlled by a robust 5 inches TFT dash that comes equipped with Bluetooth connectivity and navigation as standard. Together with 4-pot calipers, gripping Bridgestone S23 tires, fully adjustable suspension, and self-canceling indications and cruise controls, the XSR900 GP also boasts a super smooth bi-directional quickshifter and USB-C charging capability.